Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today I want to discuss the sixth and final episode of the eighth and final season of HBO's mega hit series, Game of Thrones. There will be spoilers in this video, so viewers, if you aren't caught up on all of Game of Thrones, up through and including the very last episode, please be warned. The spoilers are about to begin.
But I ask you now, if we choose you, will you wear the crown?
No one is very happy. Which means it's a good compromise, I suppose.
Will you lead the Seven Kingdoms to the best of your abilities from this day until your last day?
Was it right what I did? It doesn't feel right.
Ask me again in 10 years.
Why do you think I came all this way?
So our new king has chosen to send you to the Night's Watch.
There's still Night's Watch.
So now that the show is officially over, am I the only one who thinks that Jon Snow was royally bent over in that final compromise? For the very first time, Jon Snow truly rose to the occasion, and he did something that he had never done before. He stood up to a bossy woman and bested her in the name of all that was good and decent. He finally overcame all of his mommy issues. And were it not for the pep talk from Tyrion, Jon Snow may very well have convinced himself that Daenerys was just doing what she thought was best. But Jon Snow stepped up, and he lulled Daenerys into a false sense of security before bringing an end to the crazy tyrant. Jon Snow should have been hailed as a hero, and he should have at least been offered the chance to become the new king. But nope, they all basically told Jon Snow to go fuck himself. Meanwhile, Tyrion was rewarded. Tyrion's life seems as good as ever, if not better, and he was named Hand of the King. This, despite the fact that his resume as Hand sucks. Tyrion was a terrible hand, and he effectively failed in everything he tried to do these past 2 seasons. I think Jon Snow ultimately probably wound up where his heart wanted to be in any case, so perhaps he wasn't being brutally bent over in the compromise after all. I doubt Jon Snow would have wanted to become king, and at least we finally got to see him pet Ghost. But the whole treatment of Jon as the Queenslayer acts almost like a reminder to Jaime's circumstances when he became the Kingslayer. The situations are different, yet similar. While Jaime was never really punished, indeed he remained a Kingsguard afterwards, Jaime was forever ashamed and very conflicted by his decision to kill his king.
Tell me if your precious Brandy commanded you to kill your own father and stand by while thousands of men...
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer. You know what they call me? Kingslayer. Oathbreaker. Man without honor. Women and children burned alive. Would you have done it? Would you have kept your oath then?
Jaime could have reasonably been hailed as a hero, but instead, his reputation was forever tarnished. Deep down, Jaime probably believed he did the honorable thing when he slayed his king. At least he probably thought it was the most honorable choice to deal with all of his conflicting vows under the circumstances. But Jaime was forever afterwards known as the Kingslayer, and an oathbreaker, and a man without honor. The decision to kill the Mad King was something that haunted Jaime for the rest of his life. Jaime Lannister never truly came to terms with that decision, and now Jon Snow faces the same fate. Except in Jon Snow's case, the choice was probably even more difficult to make because of his fondness for his crazy aunt. But either way, it's a decision Jon Snow will likely second guess for the rest of his days. I thought the final episode was very enjoyable. even if it felt a bit disjointed at times. But in the end, we got the relevant information in the aftermath of the mass murder committed by Daenerys. At this point in the story, it seems unlikely to me that there will be any infighting among the Six Kingdoms and the North, at least not for a great number of years. And with Bran's powers of sight, he can probably take preventive measures to keep things running smoothly. So Sansa is Queen of the North, Bran has his own new inner circle, Jon Snow is chilling with Giantsbane and Ghost north of the Wall, Bronn apparently got his castle, and Brienne wrote Jaime a heroic ending. But these all seem like minor side quests in the grand scheme of things at this point. The only character who seems to be journeying in an interesting direction is the Night King Slayer herself, Arya Stark. With her sights set on uncharted territory, it feels to me as if the main quest, so to speak, now follows Arya off on her new journey. I have no idea if there are any plans for a spin-off show that takes shape following the events of this episode, but if there is, I have to believe that Arya is the character worth following here. And as crazy as it sounds after all she's already been through, it almost feels as if Arya's biggest adventure is only now just beginning.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
If we choose you, will you wear the crown?
Why do you think I came all this way? And Drogon? Any word?
He was last spotted flying east towards the
Farther
land.
away, the better.
Perhaps I can find him.
Regarding King Bran the Broken, he remains one huge enigma. We never really got conclusive evidence about exactly how far his reach extends. We learned that Bran is capable of influencing the past, as was the case with young Hodor. We know he can warg into different animals, and while it isn't entirely clear that Bran was able to warg into a dragon, the fact that the last dragon decided to destroy the Iron Throne at least makes you wonder. I could buy that the dragon would leave Jon Snow alone if he sensed he was a Targaryen, and I know the dragons are supposed to perhaps be more intelligent than we may have been led to believe, but would a dragon destroy the Iron Throne? I don't know. But my gut feeling is that there's something very sinister about Bran. And based on what little we know about his intentions and the full scope of his abilities, it's very difficult to discern how much, if any of this, Bran may have been orchestrating all along. But at the very least, I think it was suggested that he either manipulated events in his favor and or he could predict future events with some degree of certainty. Whatever the case, I don't think we'll ever know. Bran forever remains an enigma. So what did you think of the final episode? Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and please keep an eye out for a more thorough season recap, which I hope to release in the next week or so. Long live Queen Cersei. She may be dead, but I sure miss saying that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night.
You are my queen. Now and always. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be. You were exactly where you were supposed to be. You were exactly where you were supposed to be. You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
We serve at your pleasure, King Bran the Broken, ruler of the Six Kingdoms and protector of the realm.
Long may he reign.
Long may he reign.
Long may he reign.
Long may he reign.
Long may he reign.